Good evening. My name is Kacper Paradowski and you're watching Poland Daily News. The country lockdown due to coronavirus will not stop the pace of road construction in the country, according to Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki, who presented one of the strategies to save the economy from the freefall caused by the epidemic. The Polish government plans to allocate approximately 3 billion zloty to small and micro enterprises to allow the continuation of construction.
Today's plan, which had been strengthened substantially, the plan for rebuilding the local roads proposed 2 years ago and continuing to develop 1 year ago, was additionally strengthened with the component of bringing Poland out of the current economic crisis towards the road of a prosperous economy. It is strengthened with additional elements of the fight against coronavirus and, in particular, with its economic fallout. We need to take offensive action to stimulate the economy on many levels. The fund for the local roads consists of more than 3 billion zloty, and this is not our last word. I do realize that there are some liberal groups in Poland who say that we are facing hard times and we are all feeling the pinch. They say that this is the wrong time to increase our budget deficit, the wrong time to increase our public debt. They say that we need to lower the funds for our various social programs, including the 500+ program. This is the wrong approach, the wrong way. We absolutely will not follow that road. We not only aren't putting our heads in the sand, but we stand on the front line of the European Union, putting together the economic shield for our micro, small, medium and big enterprises. This is in order to save workplaces, in order to bear the lightest possible consequences of the coronavirus pandemic. All of our actions are designed to lift the Polish economy as soon as the number of coronavirus infections will be under control. We are ready to implement those plans as soon as the statistics of number of deaths and infections will indicate those steps to be feasible.
According to Chairman of Law and Justice Jarosław Kaczyński, in an interview with Gazeta Polska, the ongoing pandemic is exposing the weaknesses of the European Union and proves the need to reform this institution.
The European Union needs very serious reforms and changes. It must be an organization of sovereign European nations based on the United Nations Charter, which states that its member states, apart from strictly and precisely defined areas, take care of their own issues independently, and no one has the right to interfere. I am convinced that the ongoing crisis caused by the pandemic has made many people aware of the weakness of the European Union and has highlighted the crucial importance of nation-states.
The Polish Parliament, the Sejm, discussed a bill prohibiting eugenic abortion, which was submitted by the Legislative Initiative Committee, Stop Abortion. This project is supported by over 830,000 citizens. The ruling party hopes for the project to be directed to further work in the relevant parliamentary committee.
Citizens' Project of the Legislative Initiative Stop Abortion proposes to remove the legal merits for abortion when the fetus is badly injured, meaning the so-called eugenic reason, which is the basis for almost 98% of legal abortions in Poland. In the past several days, the project sparked online protests of the feminist communities as well as supporters of abortion. The protests have been taking place online, since due to the coronavirus outbreak, there is no possibility for mass gatherings like the one that took place in 2016, famously dubbed the Black Protest. Many celebrities joined the virtual manifestation on social media, like actress Krystyna Janda, TV presenter Małgorzata Rozenek or model Ania Rubik. The project was sent to the Sejm by the end of the last term of the chamber and, according to the law, the Sejm was required to sit on the matter no longer than 6 months after the new term had started. In the meantime, the opposition accuses the ruling party that it only started working on the project now, along with other controversial citizens' projects, for example introducing penalties for the sexual education of children to distract the public from other subjects. It is true that this is a citizens' project, but it has been in the Sejm for a very long time. It is not an accident that it is being discussed only now. There hasn't been, and there won't be, an agreement to the tightening of the abortion bill. Why isn't the government debating on how to help out those countless Polish families which can't even afford to put food on their tables? I'm sure that it's not only the MPs of the opposition who receive cries for help from those families, but the MPs of the ruling party too. What is the government doing in this situation? It once again wants to limit women's rights. The project does not forbid abortion when the pregnancy threatens the health or life of the mother, nor does it ban abortion when the pregnancy is the result of rape. The ban would only apply in the case of eugenic reasons. Once again, opponents of the protection of children's lives and supporters of the possibility to murder children before they are born don't hesitate to lie, stating that the project wants to ban abortion when the pregnancy is the result of rape or when it threatens the mother's life or health. There is nothing about that in this project. It is very short and only aims to remove the eugenic reason. What is the eugenic reason? It means that it is possible to conduct an abortion when there is a probability of the child being born with a disease or a disability. In practice, if there is a possibility of the child being born with Down syndrome, then it is legal to kill such a child in Polish hospitals. According to the statistics provided by the Ministry of Health, only 25 out of 1,076 legal abortions in 2018 were conducted due to the risk of death of the mother, and only one due to sexual assault. The rest was conducted based on the eugenic reason.
According to recent data published by the Polish Ministry of Health, 380 new cases of infection have been recorded today, bringing the total to 7,500. Just today, 23 people in the country have died of COVID-19. In total, the deadly virus has claimed the lives of 286 Polish citizens. This Thursday marks the date of implementing a new restriction in connection with the coronavirus battle, prohibiting Poles from going into public without covering their mouths and noses. The Ministry of Health hopes that this will curb the spreading of the virus, allow the loosening of other restrictions, and put more people on the streets of Poland.
Many people could currently be infected with COVID-19 without showing any symptoms. Therefore, they would not know about their infection. As a result, they may infect healthy people, so it is most justified to use personal protective equipment to cover one's nose and mouth in public spaces.
In world news, President of the United States, Donald Trump, is justifying his decision to freeze U.S. contributions to the World Health Organization, which annually amount to $450 million. According to the U.S. President, the World Health Organization failed in the first phase of the coronavirus pandemic. Thus far, the United States has suffered most due to the ongoing pandemic.
In the last 24 hours, over 2,228 American citizens passed away due to coronavirus infection. The number of fatalities in the country exceeds 28,000. The highest number of deaths was recorded in the state of New York. In the last day, COVID-19 claimed the lives of 778 individuals there, and since the beginning of the pandemic, almost 11,000. In this regard, Governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, is skeptical of President Trump's declaration to reopen the economy.
The president said last night that he has total authority for determining how and when states reopen. That is not an accurate statement, in my opinion. And we have to remember today that the balance between the state and the federal, that magnificent balance that is articulated in the Constitution, is the essence of our democracy. We don't have a king in this country.
Meanwhile, at a White House press conference, Donald Trump announced the suspension of U.S. contributions to the World Health Organization. The president argued this decision by showing false data being reported by the WHO, poor management and concealment of information about the spread of the virus, as well as confidence in the data that the Chinese authorities gave about the state of the epidemic, which was to lead to a worsening global situation. The payment freeze applies until the investigation is completed.
Today I'm instructing my administration to halt funding of the World Health Organization while a review is conducted to assess the World Health Organization's role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus. Everybody knows what's going on there. You look all over the world. Tremendous death and economic devastation because those tasked with protecting us by being truthful and transparent failed to do so. It would have been so easy to be truthful. And so much death has been caused by their mistakes.
The decision of Donald Trump was criticized by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, according to whom the situation facing the world is not the right moment to reduce the resources of the World Health Organization or any other humanitarian aid fighting the virus.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for Poland Daily Business. Good night.